Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Frankie B, and here we go. The journey is close to coming to an end, unfortunately. Now we're on to the inking and final grades. I'm just gonna see if I can just bang it out and stuff, and and there you go. I'm super excited, and I know you're excited to see the how this all comes together and stuff. Again, thank you so much for coming to my channel and subscribing to it, and and also, hey, for passing out that love by telling people, just sharing it and stuff like that. I really do appreciate that. And for people who have just been contacting me and just saying how much they love what I'm doing, it's definitely a boost. It definitely keeps the fires burning, and and that's what we want. We want to keep that creativity on high strong. So anyway, my tools of trade today that I'm going to be using, will be, of course, the Micron 003 and the 01. I may also have to call up my Pentel brush pen and stuff. There you go, right here. I'll probably show these things. There's the Micron and stuff. We'll see if I have to use it. I always say I'm going to use the 003, and then I kind of, that's just how my mind flows. I do also have my Tombow pen. Yeah, there you go. Boom. And then I also have my Uniball gel pen. Got a ton of those. And so, and then I'll probably bring out my Sharpie too. Draw the little Frankie specialized caricature of myself in there as well. So again, recap. This is Lexana, who was a character who I guess appeared in issue 6. I got her in the front. I got my man, the log, got Bird. And then I got my name kind of carved into his leg, gotta represent. So, all right, let's do this. As always, this is going to be a mashup video. So me talking a little bit, and then we're going to transition into the hyperlapse, which is a lot more faster, quicker, and it just keeps everything sort of going in a nice flow. So let's do this. All right, I'm gonna cut the music down just a little bit, Man, guys, a couple of people have said that they like the jams and stuff like this. This is all YouTube royalty free. I learned my lesson. I mean, some of my earlier videos I did not know, and I got kind of, what's that thing when they contact you and stuff, and which is cool. I mean, I understand as somebody who has created stuff, and I do respect copyrights. If somebody says come along and that's their thing, then hey, you got to respect it. You dig? All right, so actually it's true. I guess I will be using my Micron. I'm going to be using my Micron 003 because Bird is back here. Bird is pretty much in the background somewhat. Interesting character too. I remember when I did the art for the for Log, Legend of Log, and I did some character studies of just how to draw Bird, because I mean the thing about it is that it always, drawing animals, and especially birds, it's how do you convey that message, and it's all about the eyes and the mannerism. This isn't doing pretty good. Let me switch it up. I think that one feels like it's dying, so let's switch it out. So I definitely wanted to mix it up and stuff with Bird and try to figure out, I tend to do my what I call character studies drawings just to help me try to understand the character, I did some for Log too, just to feel, try to get, just to see how this character might move, how do I relate to that, and not try to see how other people have done it, Once again, I got to give a big shout out to Pete and his choice of these blank covers. Oh man, the quality on these are fantastic. Fantastic indeed. So good one, Pete. You nailed it, dude. That is one brother that does his homework, man. He don't be messing around. Mhm. He definitely elevates the sense of, that, yeah, you could be a fan, but you also got to educate yourself about the business. If you want to be in the business, you definitely got to elevate yourself to the knowledge of the business. And I think that's going to be his mark. When it's all said and done, people look at that and go, yep, he brought something. He brought something to the table with that. All right. Yeah, it's always tricky, man, when you're drawing animals. And especially like for me, I always would have issues like drawing feathers. And this is just my mindset where I would get so detailed. And what I learned as time went on was that because if I started drawing smaller, I could sort of just get, not go as detailed. That's the word I'm looking for. I could just hit it with, little indications. And it helped me. I got to be honest with you. It definitely helped me. As I said before in previous videos that when I worked on sketch cards, they really did help me to get that mindset of working smaller. It's like when I draw, and people have seen some of my bigger drawings, I consider those drawings like static art. That's just straight out static art. It's a one-off piece. So yeah, I can, get in there and do all this crazy stuff. But boy, I could never imagine trying to draw like a full-on comic or sequential sequence with so much detail. I don't know. I just don't see it. And how time-consuming that would be. And you kind of see that. I mean, some of the best artists I see that can really draw super detail, their major issue is that, they're very slow, which can be very detrimental in a business format. You got to imagine that, again, you were talking about comics and, and that the work has to get out there, So, yeah, you got to, one of the things I admired about, Jack Kirby was that he had developed a technique, a style that allowed for amazing amount of speed. Like people get shocked, but when I look at it, I see it for what it is. I go, yep, you have to get a technique that allows you to be able to pump out so much, artwork rapidly, but maintain that it's still good, and you look at it was just like these nice swatches of dark and nice strong bold lines, and he can bust it out. And him and others, he's not the only one. There were others too who kind of found a technique. They found a technique that worked for them. But that's kind of what, again, commercial illustration is all about speed. It's about how can you maximize your time, so you're not wasting time on stuff, because time equals money, And the thing about it is that if you're working, you're making a living as an artist, your greatest enemy is time. You got to be out there. Like if I'm not out there hustling and working, then I'm gonna miss out. I'm gonna miss out on the opportunity to work on projects and to make money and to survive. So yeah, you have to be mindful of that. So the thing is that you really have to try to develop your skill set and style so that it gives a maximum level of speed, because that's what companies want, and businesses or whoever, clients too. I mean, anytime I hear a client say, they go, yeah, don't worry about time. I worry about time. I've been down that rodeo before. I remember when I first started, like if you're a newbie and you don't understand, I remember earlier on in my career where I would have that, like someone said, don't worry. And the next thing you know, they'll come at the last minute and they'll be like, well, where's it at? You'll be like, well, hold on a second. You said I could have time. No. I need it like tomorrow. So now, just because you've been slacking, or you've had to kind of, you haven't been really focused on getting it done, and you probably wasted a lot of precious time. Now you're in a pickle because now you got to rush. And then because you're rushing, this ends up becoming a reflection of your skill set. So yeah, you may get the job done, but remember that client's gonna look at that and go, so this is how you really draw. They'll use that as the barometer of possible, like, I don't know, this person said that they can draw really good, and Now, because I came at the last minute, and they couldn't perform, then all of a sudden, I don't know if we should hire them again. That stuff happens, unfortunately. That's why I always remember like what my mom told me about play first. I mean, excuse me, not play first. Let me take that back. She didn't tell me that. She said, do your homework, do your work first, and then you can play later. And I've always held that to the truth, Got to get your work done. Get your work done, so then you can play. Then you don't have to worry about it. I'd rather be ahead of the game than way behind. And I'm definitely not a last minute person. I'll say that's one of my pet peeves is when when just being someone just late. I can't stand that. I literally, my personality is like if somebody's gonna be late on it, then I'm like, I'll see you I'll see you when you get there, kind of mentality. If I was going to movies with somebody and they were late, I'd be like, nope, see you when you get there. I'm not gonna miss the my previews, especially with how much movies cost now. No way, man. Before COVID, nope. I'm an early bird, man. I'll see you when I get there. I'll see you when you get there. I ain't missing jack. Yeah, I'm an early bird. That's just honed in me. I'd rather have 2 or 3 projects already working, starting off, so that when time comes and if I'm ahead of the game, then I can take the time. I can look at stuff. If there's edits that need to be made, then you can make the edits. You can breathe. You don't have to be under the gun and and freaking out and stuff like that. Yeah, right. Locke is pretty cool, huh? What a great character. You really gotta, it's a really cool character. And I think the thing about it that I like the most is that his design is just it's like a very simplistic design. It's not as complicated. I feel like you can get the ranges of the character. That he's not like, he's not wearing a bunch of different things and it just gets overcrowded with. It's almost like characters like, I don't know if people remember the book Concrete, or even Marvel's The Thing. That's why I loved how I loved how Jack Kirby was, but John Byrne would draw The Thing. Even George Perez too. He's another person who I always felt that, his interpretation of The Thing was really well done. He's a tremendous artist. I just love characters that aren't when there's too much stuff on them. I want to be able to see the character and the character's range and stuff in their design. Yeah, play around with that. Have it like it's kind of like it's. It's always interesting with characters like this too, where he doesn't have any teeth. So what do? And just going back to stuff that I remember that Jack Kirby would do in other classic Jacks, where they do that kind of sort of maw. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. As you can get a sense of this is going to be detailed. But this is one of those things I always tell people. It's like, when you get a commission by an artist and stuff like that, and I say especially an artist who has a strong track record. I always say like you should always ask around about an artist and and ask different people and write out to them and say, hey, look, have you dealt with this person or whatever? And if they have a strong track record, like they'll get that they'll get the work done, then yeah, I think it's worth the money that you're paying to it. You get a beautiful piece of artwork, one of a kind. You own it. You got bragging rights. It's yours. Just saying. So anyway, jeez. I think I'm losing it. I am going to transition now into the hyperlapse. So Anyway, thanks again, and let's keep this art flowing.